How's it going, people? Now, I'm supposed to be a pop channel, but recently, I'd say, recently in the last 5 years, um, seeing what's happened to our country and just seeing what happened to South Africa, how quickly that went downhill and has destroyed Zimbabwe. Um, is it Bangladesh? Uh, you got the Christians been genocided over in Nigeria. That business in the was it the Congo, Uganda, or whatever, a few years ago. 800,000 people killed. Uh, simple farming instruments. And now, the biggest attack in Israel's history, of Jews since the Holocaust. And I would have more sympathy, but, like, there was always Jews living there, and let's face it, they needed somewhere to go. They were dispersed all over the world, although they seem to perhaps not integrate, but they kind of sort of do in a way. They might keep themselves to themselves, but they abide by our sort of laws and whatnot. You can live next door to them. I lived in Jewish area of London, Stamford Hill, and just down the road you had Tottenham Court Road, Bruce Grove. Not a nice area, and Hackney close by. Another not so nice area, but Stamford Hill for the most part. Houses were quite well maintained, fairly low crime. Yeah, it went too bad, like. But diversity is our strength. I am so sick of hearing it. I'm so sick of hearing it. Diversity. No, it's not. It is not. If diversity was our strength, then we'd all be getting along. And without saying it, there's a certain group that we're bending over backwards for, and in return we're getting mollywopped, we're getting ethnicised, as I've said. And there's a plate and makes my blood boil.
Sir Keir Starmer has said banning Israeli fans from Aston Villa's Europa League match is the wrong decision. That's after police blocked supporters of Rugby Tel Aviv from attending over safety fears.
Well, the Prime Minister said the UK will not tolerate anti-Semitism, while critics across the political spectrum have branded the move a national disgrace and shameful.
Well, the decision comes amid renewed efforts to tackle anti-Semitism following the Manchester synagogue terror attack and a surge in hate crime figures.
Well, let's speak now to...
Right, a few suggestions, and there's laws set up for this. They've got 40,000 people on the terror watch list, most of which are Islamic terrorists. Covered up the grooming gangs because they didn't want to, inflame racist tensions with the community. If it was me, and there was a community that was allowing this to happen, I would come down on them extra hard. Extra hard. You're in our country. This is against our, well, it's against our law, rape and paedophilia, and also supplying minors with drugs and alcohol. Yeah, I wonder how many of them are. But no, they just couldn't. And the community tried to cover it up. The police tried to cover it up. Now, as far as I'm concerned, they should have come down extra hard, nipped it in the bud, like, yeah, deported them. Oh well, if we go back to our country, what's it there? Well, why come here and do it? And now this, a football match can't go ahead because a certain demographic, a certain diverse group, safety fears and that lot, like, it's a disgrace. He was quick to lock up women for, silly Twitter posts or remarks, and like I say, diverse strength, and he allows these hate marches. It's disgusting, and they cannot find the manpower. They managed to do it back in the 80s, like late 70s, 80s, early 90s, like, and I'm not a big football fan, but coming from the Stoke-on-Trent area, Stoke were known for having a good firm. I heard that one quite a lot when I was in jail. The Naughty 40 and all that stuff, like, Millwall. And now you don't really see the police, brought in all these rules and regulations and to police it. And if this match doesn't go ahead, right, then we should boycott all the others and keep boycotting, and also send a message to the people who we know would be responsible for the preemptive lock thugs up that are on like banned watch lists for football matches. So they could be out in force locking people up for this, and also send a message like, they took the knee for Black Lives Matter. They wore the rainbow what's it for the queers, and yet people who have done me no harm or our country any harm, being attacked and living in fear in England by another group that aren't even English. They might say, "Oh, I'm a British Muslim," but or they'll say British Muslim and Pakistani descent. But you ask most of them, they're a Pakistani Muslim before the British, and they wouldn't fight for the English Empire. And this is very undemocratic and very un-English, and our weak government get on it quite a bit now. Some of my family are like, oh, yeah, don't have to talk about it quite so much, but I'm like, well, yeah, but it's every day. I mean, these things that's just, you know, you're all old, you know, and retired and living, you know, good retirement. Like, I'm seeing what's happening in real time, and I've got a young daughter and a stepdaughter. You know, thinking about their future, and if they have grandchildren, you know, at this point, and you know, the economy's in tatters. We've got all these. I'm not saying all of them, you know, and like I do know some of these countries they come from are hard, but like Trump said, and I agree with him, we need to fix the problem over there, not import it over here and make us poor. You know, all these men just hanging around doing nothing. They could be picking up litter, or even they could be arranged into groups. There's plenty of countries where Saudi Arabia have got all these projects going on, when they could easily resettle them Gazans over there. I mean, it's not like the Gazans alive today have any affinity for that land, or they wouldn't keep letting it get destroyed. And they certainly don't seem to care about their own people. And you know, that's a nice piece of coastland with a lot of history and historical sites and that. Yeah, and they already said they're not going to stop. So I'm sorry, we need to put our foot down now and stop saying this diversity is our strength, and then ban football matches because they're afraid, you know, groups of people are afraid because of other diverse groups that aren't even from here. Yeah, it does.
Former
Keir
CEO
Starmer.
of the FA and former CEO of the Jewish...
No one believes the thing he has to say anymore. It's just empty words. He flip-flops, he's a robot. And yeah, it's time for the old parties to go. I just want to play one video. And just to show how what our country used to be like the pride.
Hitporvik P is an all-in-one AI-powered video enhancer software.
Sorry for the adverts.
It can improve video quality.
Such a quiet, brilliant atmosphere here. But first the anthems.
Before the dark side, before Blair. I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, like, share. Population Nation out.